Hey everyone, it's Area of Effect, and listen, after the Santa Claus build release, I have gotten so many comments from a lot of you asking, how do I make my character look like that, jolly and fat? So this is not a build, this is just going to be a guide on how to make your character look like OG Santa. Alright, so after that MTV Crib styled introduction, let's jump into the setup. So starting with the hat, everybody wants to know the hat. This you have to get during the New Life Festival. There's the New Life Festival cap. It's got the white ball on it. And then there's the New Life's monk cap. It does not have the white ball, but the monk's cap does not have the, the garland either. But it is what it is. The garland comes with the ball, but you paint that red. You have to get that during the New Life Festival. That is usually in the winter, December 15th, I think it starts this year. All right, we're going to take this off just for a minute because that was a costume hat. So I'm making Santa here have nothing. But the top piece, the robe, is Frostcaster. The robe is what you want because, as you saw, it gives that bottom half. It covers the actual legs that I'm wearing. Skinchanger arm cops, it's medium. So the Frostcaster robe was light. Skinchanger arm cops are medium. And they have the fur on it like you see that you can dye, which we'll cover the dye in a little bit. Ancient Elf gloves. I liked these because the gloves actually had a white hand, just a hand-sized glove with the red pattern you could dye nice and red. Now the belt, it doesn't really matter. There's a big kind of like a sash thing around your belly anyway. Pick what you'd like. I just had this one here for the placement. See, now I'm wearing the skirt Mazzatun, which you can't see under the Frostcaster robe anyway. And I love that the Frostcaster robe only goes down to my knees, where you can see these perfectly styled Santa Claus boots. They are ancient elf shoes. I love that they come up and they have that like bell on the calf, because that's very Santa Claus looking. It's the only pair of boots I saw that does that, and they dye black. By the way, the Frostcaster style will also be coming out, should be December 15th of this year. So this is the time to make your Santa look like this. Frostcaster mace, it's that big ice chunk. You could pick the sword or whatever you'd like. Now the shield, I like the Bandari Peddler. It had the green that you cannot dye, like those green jewels, and then the red and white. It almost looked like a peppermint. But you could pick, I've got a lot of shield styles, monster shield styles. They have like red effects or green effects, and they can all, for the most part, dye pretty nicely. But I just liked that Bandari Peddler shield, if I pronounce that right, because of the circle and the peppermint look and then the green jewels. So it just, to me, was a fit. Now, to be honest, I really like the Symphony of Blades style. It almost has like magic. The dust is like white for the shield and also the staff. But I've got the Ice Heart staff. There are some other ones that you could pick. Again, I've got a lot of staff styles. But look at the Symphony of Blades here. Maybe you could dye it white. The Frostcaster really, the Ice Heart staff doesn't really dye very well. Just the handle, I got it red. But let's talk about the dyes now. So there are many, many colors, reds and whites. But what I picked, they dye differently on different material. So the one I think is the best is Fire Drake's Flame. Now, to get access to this dye, you have to get the Pit Hero achievement, which is kill 1,000 enemies in Battlegrounds. So just basically over time, you accumulate that achievement if you play a lot of Battlegrounds. Another one is the, I'm showing some other options here, the Bloodroot Wine. Now this one, look, it's a lot brighter, but when you go back to the Fire Drakes, it gets that darker look. I just like that Fire Drakes, and it's not hard to get. Now, Giuliano's White, it's pretty much one of the whitest whites in the game, and this is, pretty much you got two colors. You got the red and the white. To get this white, you have to beat Ethereal Archive. It's just the Ethereal Archive completion achievement, I believe, even on normal, but most people have already got that because it's one of the earliest, non-DLC original trials. And then the black, Cold Harbor Ash Black, is like the blackest black you can get. So obviously you see I've got the shoes black like that. And you get this color by getting the God of Schemes achievement. It's just basically complete chapter 6 of the main story quest line. So if you've ever beaten the game, you already have this. All right, so the final features, I guess you'd call them, would be kind of the aesthetic stuff like the personality, the skins, stuff like that. So we're going to go to personality here, and we have the Jester. Okay, now this is the one that makes him walk all goofy. He stands kind of funny. Now Cheerful is a little more Santa-like, but a little less OG Santa-like. He stands there, kind of wiggles, has his belly out, he'll laugh. He'll actually sound like he's got a ho-ho-ho. The skin, I actually picked nothing. Now, I almost thought about picking the Arctic Rime skin, you know, the frosty white. I've got a lot of skins, and it was tempting, but I just felt like to get that true Santa look, I wanted to keep it basic. Now, one thing you could do to get kind of like a powerful, you know, magical, maybe even like an evil Santa, is change the eyes. There's the azure blue eyes with the white frosty skin. Or you could, you know, red is a color. You can find the Spider Kith. Go down the list here. And there he's got some red eyes. There you got a really evil Santa look there. But honestly, again, I like to have the real wholesome classic. Now, I picked an orc, which you don't have to do. You could pick a Nord or an Imperial or whatever and just make him have a fat belly. I did not feature the body shape portion on this video, but you just make the belly really big, obviously, and keep everything else normal. Well, that is it, guys. Santa Claus is wrapping up this video. He's got a lot to do and toys to deliver. You can see him heading into Windhelm there on his pale white elk, which, by the way, you get as a pre-order to purchasing High Isle. And very nice looking elk for Santa. You got to have a reindeer. But anyway, thanks guys for watching this video. If you like this video and you want to see more, head on over to my channel. I've got plenty of content on there, including the Santa Claus build that this came from. Have a very Merry Christmas, everyone, and a Happy New Life Festival. Area of Effect, signing out.